What's up guys, Jason back here with another video on how to Greengineer. So this week we got Mr. Pelican back. Okay, bye Mr. Pelican. So this week we're gonna go over a few things we did on the bike shelter and aquaponics. So let's get into it. Okay, so this week in the bike shelter we did a lot more research. So we researched what batteries we're gonna use, how many solar panels, and we got kind of like a rough estimate of how many solar panels we're gonna need. And we're gonna need around like 8 solar panels, which is a little higher than we wanted, but we can always like try to figure out dimmer lights or like use less lights so that we can bring the amount of solar panels down. The other thing we researched was what air compressor we're gonna use for the pump, and we figured out which one we're gonna use, so that's all good. So when researching the lights, we actually called the city of Newton, and we figured out that we can only have a maximum of 100 lumens for lights outdoors. So that kind of limits the lights we can use, but we're trying to research which lights we can use, and we're thinking of going to also LED strips, and that will also try to reduce the amount of lumens we have. So our next steps in the project are finalizing calculations and figuring how much power we're really going to need for this project, and that will give us an estimate of how many solar panels we need. And then after we finish all of that, we can finish up the designs, look for bracketing and bolts, and we can print out all of that and start working on the proposal again. So that's all for the bike shelter this week. Okay, so today guys, we're going to switch it up a bit. We're going to do aquaponics update in here just because it's a little noisy outside. So this week in aquaponics we worked on a few things. One of those things is we added in a bubbler, and it's going to allow the fish to maybe come out a little bit from the darkness, and it's just going to keep the water really circulating a little better. We added a thermometer and heater so the water will stay nice and warm for the fish. We also worked on a lot of repainting and like kind of remodeling the whole system a bit. So we painted a lot of the grow beds, which you might have seen in the cinematics a little. The other thing is we added in a new runoff, and that's basically the gutter, and the water will flow out these sides, and that makes it look a lot better, and it won't have that like that kind of hole in like duct tape where the old runoff used to be. We also added in a new waterer, and that's basically a PVC tube, and we had poked a few holes in those, and the water flows out into the tank. So a lot of these things are aesthetics, but it adds a little function with just keeping the water circulated well and balanced throughout the whole system. So guys, that's going to wrap up aquaponics for this week. Please check out the link below to Solar Technology International, and that's where we got a lot of the formulas for calculating how much power we're going to use and stuff. So if you wanted to install solar panels similar to like what we are doing, please check that out. That's been really helpful in this process. So my name is Jason. Peace out and keep it green. Bye.
Recording yet? Like I could highlight a formula.
What? 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 Can you be quiet? Stop laughing.
Okay.
Seriously, I'm trying to film here, okay, right?